Howdy everyone, I'm Doug and I want to welcome you to the next Positive Gravity. Today I've got a new thing. Pretty much I'm always doing a new thing, right? I don't repeat projects. I like to do new things all the time. So this is a piece of ironwood. Never worked with ironwood, so I have no idea how it's going to behave, although based on the name and the history of it, it's pretty hard. Although it is kind of interesting. The center is very hard. The outer bark is very fibrous and not very hard. I mean, it's hard, but it's not as hard as the wood. So anyway, this particular piece you can see has lots of cracks and the bark has lots of fissures in it. You know, there's big chunks missing here. A bunch of cracks in here. I put this through the oven for 2 hours to make sure it was dry. I'm going to cast it in resin. I'll tell you about that in a second. So let's get to the idea. Let's put this here. Let's talk about this for a minute. Put that there so you can see it. So basically I have a piece like this, right? And what I'm going to hope to do with it is pour resin on the top. So I have some, I think I'm going to use like a semi-transparent red color. So I'm going to pour that on top of this piece. All these nooks and crannies and crevices should all fill in with that red color. And you know, when I turn it, there's going to be resin up top, just like shown in the picture here. And so the idea then is to turn some kind of a vase like this inside here, and you know, in the end, maybe I end up with something like that. Where is it? There we go. Something like that. I'm hoping, anticipating that I'll be able to preserve some of this red that will be in cracks like these. So there might be some red streaks going down. It'll be all resin on the top. There'll actually be a kind of a hard line through there. And as I get it narrower, I'll be cutting into this darker wood, and so the bottom will probably have a darker tone than the rest of it. So that's the idea. Narrower top with an opening. So that's what I'm trying to do. Let's go ahead and do it. I've already shellacked this, so the idea there is to try to prevent resin from coloring the wood and also to prevent bubbles from coming out of the wood. I think I said this earlier, but I did bake this at 200 degrees for several hours not very long ago. It's not warm anymore, but it was probably only a couple hours ago. So I'm going to go ahead and make a mold for this and pour it, and I'll bring you back when it's all cast. It'll probably be tomorrow. Wish me luck. And by the way, don't forget to always enjoy that process. Sometimes that's all there is. GoPro, stop recording. Howdy everyone. Got this piece out of the pressure pot and it's a disaster. The resin itself came out pretty cool. It's not quite the color I was looking for. I was thinking of something a little bit darker, maybe a little more color next time, but this is the first time I've colored resin like that, and so that's kind of cool. I think it'll be a good challenge turning this, because I'll have to turn it perfectly on the inside and the outside because you can see through it, so that's maybe not a great idea, but we'll see how that goes. You can see all this white stuff. I got a huge amount of foaming and bubbling at the wood resin interface despite my efforts with the shellac, so I would say the shellac gets a 0 success for the moment. I'll have to do a little more research. I also had some leaks on this mold, so this pretty much went as bad as it could have gone, almost. You can see I didn't get very good adhesion on the sides here where all this bubbling is. So I don't even know when I turn this if I'll be able to get anything good out of it. Even on the face surface there's bubbles, so once I turn it fully there's always going to be bubbles at that interface. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it anyway and see what I learn, but I'm not super optimistic that I'm going to get anything useful out of this. But what I am going to try next, so I had I have a piece of ironwood. I've got maybe 2 more pieces. I've got this piece that I just cut, similar to this piece. It's off the same log. Not going to do it the same way because that would be stupid. But while I'm turning that, I'm going to take this new piece and put it through cactus juice stabilization. So I'll bring you back when I get to that point on this one. In the meantime, let's throw this on the lathe and see if we can't make anything useful out of it. Let's do it. By the way, if you enjoy my videos and you like to watch me fail so that you don't have to, hit that subscribe button for me, and that helps me out a lot. Keeps me going and keeps the content coming. So thanks for that, and let's get to turning.